Hi everyone, my name's Kelly Sutton. I'm a trainer in St. John, New Brunswick. I just noticed that Catherine had posted on her page, or to our group, that I was going to be offering some video tutorials and answering any general questions. I'm honored that she's asked me to do this and happy to do so. So without further ado, Becky and Otto is one of the newest puppy from the recent litter, came to my house for a hike this weekend, and we ran into a little training session that we could cover. Otto was chewing on, just being a typical puppy. He did fantastic on the hike, but he was just being a typical puppy and chewing on branches or picking things up, or maybe getting a little distracted by a leaf blowing by or whatever the case may be. So I noticed that a few times Becky had used his name kind of repeatedly to get him to come back to her, or to get him to interrupt the behavior. So we don't want to overuse our puppies' names, especially when we're just teaching them that their name means fantastic things. So you want to set your dog up, you want to do name recognition exercises. And then what I'm going to talk about today is what's called a positive interrupter. And a positive interrupter actually will interrupt the behavior and have your dog come back to you. So instead of you using their name, because again, if I'm in my house and all I hear is, Mom, where's this? Mom, where's that? Mom, what are we doing for supper? Mom, what are we? Then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, if I hear Mom one more time, I'm gonna scream. So we don't want our puppy to feel that way about their name, especially in the first couple of weeks that they're with you. So we're gonna teach you a positive interrupter. What you may be more familiar with is a negative interrupter, which would be like a ah. So the reason we don't want to do that is because that doesn't give the dog any information. It doesn't tell your dog that, it just simply says, stop what you're doing. Just stop what you're doing, but I'm not going to tell you what I want. So a positive interrupter, first of all, it's positive, and it'll actually tell your dog, stop what you're doing and turn and come back to me as quick as you can. So how we're going to go about teaching that is we're going to create a sound. It doesn't matter what the sound is. The most common ones people use are a kissy sound, that type of sound, or I use pup pup. Again, it's just a bit more attention getting, and so I'm just saying pup pup in a high tone, but by all means, whatever you're comfortable with using. I just find when I'm outside, that sound is easier for my dogs to hear. So I'm going to teach it. When I teach it, I just simply toss a treat away. As soon as they're finished eating the treat and they look back to me, I make the sound. When they look at me and start to head towards me, I say yes, and I reward by throwing the treat away. The reason I'm throwing the treat away is because with puppies, they love running and doing anything fun. So it just makes this all more reinforcing and more exciting for the dog. So do not, and you're going to see I've attached a video of me actually teaching Otto, so you're going to understand better what I'm doing. You want to set the dog up for success. You want to only throw the treat away. You only want to call them when they're actually turning to face back to you. I know that might at this stage sound kind of crazy. Well, they're already looking at me. It's okay. This is all about getting a lot of reinforcement in and them starting to learn that that noise means great things. So again, the dog's just kind of looking away. He's getting ready to turn back to you. You make your sound. Yes, throw a treat. And you're going to see a video of this. As soon as they're done eating and they've turned and looked back to you, then you can make the sound again. Yes, reward. So we want to do this 10 times a day at least. You can do it 30 times a day if you want, but you've got to work on other things like name recognition. So you might want to do 10 treats a day or 10 kibble a day on name recognition, 10 on them just naturally focusing on you, and then 10 on this positive interrupter. Those are all great things that you can work. That's 30 kibble or treats a day. But you want to do at least 10 a day for one full week, so they get 70 opportunities to be reinforced positively for the sound before you even add a distraction. So a distraction might be that you move to a different room and do it. A distraction might be that you're going to now wait. You're not going to wait right till they look at you. You're going to do it when their back's to you, but not when they're in the middle of eating something, or not when they're chasing the cat. So you want to really, really work this. This is going to become a very, very important thing for you in the future of your dog, and the ability to be able to make a sound and have them return back to you immediately when they hear that sound. So without further ado, I'm going to attach the video of Otto practicing. Or me training Otto. By all means, ask questions. You can post your videos. I can look at them and see how you're doing. Yeah, happy training, good luck. And again, feel free to ask any questions you might have. But what I do for the first week when I have a puppy is I'll make that sound, and I'm just gonna pick pop up, but you can just make any sound at all. And I go pop up while he's looking right at me, yes, and I throw a treat. Now as he's coming back, pop up, yes. Boy. And puppies sometimes can't follow the treats real well, so just be patient with that. And I wait until he's done eating because I don't want to set him up for failure. And once he turns to look at me, I do training in here with my dogs so they can really, he can smell. Boop, boop. Yes. Good boy. Boop, boop. Yes. Good boy. And if I wanted to switch that up, you can do all kinds of sounds. It can be, I'll just wait a second. Oh, he can hear, Jib can hear me making my pop-up sound, so he's barking or whining. I'm just gonna get him because he doesn't know this well enough that I want a chance doing it without. So now I'm gonna go, yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy.